This is quite disheartening, and you must have seen this video of this collapsed school. And at first glance, I was scared about what about the people inside, what about the students, what about the teachers, what about the humans in it. But by the special mercy of the Lord, we discovered that everybody was saved, there was no casualty. That's what drew my attention to let's enlighten the public on causes of building collapse, especially in this part of the world. It is no news that buildings collapse a lot, especially in Lagos, Nigeria. Today we're going to talk about why buildings collapse or the possible reasons that can cause the collapse of a building. Mind you, the collapse of a building cannot really be traced to a particular fault. So a building can collapse for different reasons. But today we're going to check out possible reasons why a building collapses. I'm not going to speak so much. I'm going to break down all what I'm going to talk about into two categories. The first one, poor supervision. And this poor supervision is going to lead us to a lot of things that can lead to collapse of the building. And what I've got here, under poor supervision, I'll break it down into three possible reasons for the collapse of the building. Poor supervision can lead to poor mixture ratio. What's the mixture ratio? This is the ratio between the mixture of two building components or two building materials, two building elements, or whatever you call it. Mixture between sand, cement, sand, water, cement. Poor mixture ratio. So there's every tendency that instead of you to use 5 pounds of sand to 1 bag of cement, you're having 10, which will weaken the strength of the mixture, thereby leading to poor construction. Number 2, under the poor supervision, we have poor workmanship. If the supervisor is trying to save costs, then it's bringing lesser paid persons to work, or it's bringing non-professionals. That's another thing. You might be trying to save because, okay, instead of me to bring professional that will charge higher, let me bring roadside people, let me bring people that will not charge more, knowing fully well that they are not professionals, say to save costs, or maybe an architect or supervisor was not consulted in the first place. If you just forget the right person for the supervision, it's going to cost me more. Let's just ignore it and just do the work the way we see it, and that is another reason that can cause collapse of a building. Another one I have here is poor materials. Using inadequate materials is also fall under the mixture ratio too. But now poor materials is, instead of you to use a 12 rod, you're using a 10. Instead of you to use a 16, you're using a 12. You're trying to minimize everything boils down to greediness. Why are you greedy? Why do you want to save so much cost when you know you're putting the life of people at so much risk?